Okay, here we are. Alt.nerd.obsessive. Worst
Outtakes.
ever.
And recording. Ow.
Off to a great start. All right. Hey, everybody.
So let's talk.
Let's start talking about this episode.
Let's before you said your favorite Simpsons. I want to know, Dan, what's your favorite Roosevelt?
That's actually kind of a tough question. I gotta go Teddy. I'm gonna go Teddy.
Gonna go Teddy?
I'm gonna follow in Bart's footsteps,
All right.
not Lisa's.
All right.
and
How
say
about you,
Teddy.
Bryce?
Eleanor.
Oh,
Number one.
all right.
I'm going to go Eleanor
All right.
only because I assume you're not going to say Eleanor.
Well,
so
I now I gotta say FDR.
Yep.
The guy was a great
That's how-
president.
that's
At
how
least
it
one of us should say him.
Not so good at standing. Sorry.
No.
Ooh.
but nobody realized.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
that's how good he was.
Ah, you're right.
John
All right.
Voight nailed the standing in Pearl Harbor in the climactic scene.
You know, I've never seen Pearl Harbor. I
Well,
Lucky you.
don't think I ever want to.
it looks like we're about to lose World War II. I mean, we haven't even started it yet, but
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor was such a bad attack. So John Voight as FDR stands up and walks to the table, and then everybody's like, "Oh shit!" And then we
just got real.
Yeah, and then we bomb the shit out of Japan.
And you can
All
check it
right.
out on Jack and my new podcast, the Pearl Harbor Cast.
Of course. not a Michael Bay cast. It's just
Yeah,
Pearl
no,
Harbor
it's-
all the
it's-
time.
John Voight walking.
Yeah, it's 3.5 hours long. We don't talk about Pearl Harbor until the last 20 minutes.
I love it. What'd you think about that flashback to Chalmers is talking about his time teaching, and he's like, so this is the Breakfast Club, and Emilio Estevez lookalike says, no, this is the Fight Club, and they all start fighting him.
I hated that. You guys both laughed, and I was like, no.
I don't like the idea of it. I think it's lazy. I didn't think it was that funny. The only reason I did laugh is the song, Don't You Forget About Me.
yeah.
Right,
It just
yeah.
seemed to fit so well with him getting beat up. Like, it was,
Yeah,
it was
I'll give you that. It was a
time-
good juxtaposition.
And the timing was well executed. Like it just worked.
Yeah,
but
I thought it worked too.
if you think about it,
It's-
it doesn't work. And it was a lame parody.
I'll say this: I don't want to like it, but I did like it.
Yeah.
I
And you-
recognize I shouldn't.
You laughed, Bryce. You laughed at the very top where they show Chalmers turn into the principal from Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
visual.
Yeah.
The coma.
The visual was good.
Yeah.
I-
But don't
Good
be
visual
throwing
jokes,
don't
yeah.
be throwing laugh stones
Yeah,
at a
you
glass house
laughed.
of laughs.
You idiots laughed. You have bad taste, and I hate you both.
Well, isn't
Ay,
it? The
caramba.
Simpsons has been on so long now that the '90s are cool again in fashion. And
Yep.
is that lightning?
That was lightning.
Well,
Lightning hit the transceiver.
How are you seeing lightning in this soundproof studio?
What the hell is going on? Wow. We've never planned to record during a thunderstorm.
If you're listening,
We're
yeah.
gonna probably cut off.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, it's the horror cast.
Yeah, I just want to real quick then talk about what I liked that we just haven't glossed over. Just a few real quick shout outs to gags I liked.
The old gag shout out.
There's a pamphlet that when they were talking about drugs, it says just say yes to saying no to drugs, something like that.
No, it was oh crap. It was just say yes to saying no to forget that.
how
to say
cook
no
for
to-
40 humans.
How to say no to saying, oh boy.
But
Well,
we
clearly-
liked it.
yeah.
We don't remember.
There was another yes
Yeah.
after the
There was
just
a
say
good
no.
pamphlet.
It was
like
solid.
gags.
So I like
Just
that.
Google it.
Yeah.
Pamphlet.
I liked Fox News' helicopter having the Klingon bird of prey camouflage.
That was good.
I liked when the comptroller promotes him to super duperintendent. That's lame, but I feel like it's a joke that should be done at least once with the superintendent, and they did it.
I thought it kind of worked. Yeah.
I thought it worked because he's in such pain that he's just essentially. It didn't seem like it was supposed to be funny that he was saying it. It felt like it was supposed to be funny that he was like, yes, whatever, you're king of
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah,
like, you're
exactly.
super duper intendant, I don't care.
Yeah.
And just the term super
Yeah.
duperintendent is.
And that's all
it's
I've
fun.
ever wanted.
And then Skinner's reading a modern Proctor magazine, and that's just again another great
Yep.
Skinner
Oh,
gag.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah.
When was that? Was that?
It was early on,
Okay.
and it was the cover was like a guy sitting proctoring a test with like 3 hours remaining on the chalkboard.
Nice.
And anything you guys wanted to note?
I'm good. I think I got
Yeah, I
it.
didn't
Bryce, you wanted to mention that again. This episode had horses,
Yep.
Oh, right.
but they weren't gay.
They weren't
That we
gay.
know of.
They weren't racing. Yeah,
No.
they could have been gay,
But there were
at the
horses.
they
end-
didn't make a thing of it.
And at the end, it was just Bart and Chalmers on horses by themselves in the park.
I'm a little broke back
You
there.
know what happens in the park sometimes.
I don't know.
Hey,
what
listen,
parks
we
you go to.
just
Go
got
to
us.
the big gay park.
So then they decide to get Chalmers his job back.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I have to. Here's something that they have been doing, I guess, in the newer seasons is sort of pretending that like all the bullies are older than they are or something. So like Kearney has a son.
Well, they had done that.
Yeah, I know that's
long-standing.
kind of long-standing.
But I know what you're talking about. Where
yeah,
Jimbo.
so Jimbo hits on the school secretary and she giggles like she's into it, and I was like, "This is weird."
It's uncomfortable.
Like,
Jimbo is supposed to be 11, 12, maybe?
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I was older. I was like 18 or 19, but I remember once I went to go pick up my niece from school, and there was like a woman working.
Where is this going?
And there was like a woman working in the office, the school office, and she was like super flirty, and like guys and girls flirt, and I mean she was not old, she was older, she was a mother, she was in her 30s, I'd say. But it was just kind of weird. If you work at a school, you shouldn't be flirting with people. I don't know. It's
What
just,
happened?
students?
Did you guys go out on a date?
Wait. So how old were you when this happened?
Like 18, 19. I mean,
Yeah, that's still kinda weird.
It wasn't inappropriate.
weird.
It wasn't inappropriate because of me or her. It was inappropriate because of the place. It was just like, this is a school.
Well, also,
Right.
I mean, Jimbo's like a fifth grader, so
Yeah,
that was what made
I'm
that's
much
what made
older.
it real.
For sure,
weird.
yeah.
No, if you guys want to know what happened, I turned beet red and then left awkwardly. Yeah,
Standard
red.
Jack response.
and I left my niece there. I don't know whatever happened to her.
Still there.
She's still there to this day.
That helps us. We get a very small percentage. It helps us to keep the podcast going.
We also put a direct link on our website to the page that sells Vlasic pickles.
Yes, you
so
can go-
even though we haven't worked out a deal with Vlasic whatsoever,
No.
we are kind of just advertising.
We're
them at this
advertising
point.
Vlasic pickles.
Buy some Vlasic pickles. If you're making a sandwich at home, and it feels a little dry, and you want to support the show.
You're making a boring ass sandwich. Why don't you put some plastic
Yeah.
pickles on there?
Your sandwich tastes better. We get a little money to
Right.
support the show.
It's win-win.
Yeah, everybody wins. The
And
pickle does
Vlasic
it.
wins.
The pickle's eaten.
The pickle
but-
gets eaten, but that's a pickle.
It's, yeah.
Oh boy.
I think we should just end it now.
That's how we're- Should we just end it with "That's a pickle"?
Wait, did we do everything we needed to do?
We didn't thank Bryce.
Yeah, you did.
No, well, we did,
Didn't
but
you?
we're gonna cut it. I thought, or I don't remember now.
We thanked Bryce for the suggestion
No,
episode.
he said
We
thanks
didn't-
for being on.
Oh, all right.
Well, I was gonna say you're gonna. Well, oh no, we didn't say what episode we're gonna do next.
Oh yeah, all right. So yeah,
Just do a laugh.
You ended with,
Just laugh.
You ended with "That's a pickle."
That's a pickle. No, all right.
Hang on, let me start. Yeah, that's a pickle. No, that doesn't make
No,
sense.
No, I'll
just Jack,
I'll
just laugh.
I'll just cut-
Just laugh.
We're losing it.
Worst episode ever.